The Joey and Nancy Podcast.
Yo.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's up, y'all?
Steve in real life. Man, it is great to have you on the phone. And, you know, one thing I think we need to probably get out of the way at the very beginning is the fact that for so long there was these crazy rumors about you, a lot of them that you had died. And obviously that's not true. But, like, how does somebody handle that?
It's a big deal when the entire internet has decided that something about you that is demonstrably false is actually true. And it kind of creates a wall of consensus that I don't really think human beings understand how to deal with yet, right? Because we all kind of experience that now. You know, it can be very hard to know what is true or what just kind of feels true because a lot of people are agreeing with it in a comment section. So it has a psychological effect, that is for sure.
Can we go back to like super happy times back in the day? Who was your like arch nemesis on TV? I know like that you didn't have any in your show, but like, did you compete with the Wiggles or the Doodle Bops or like who did you have pure hatred for back then?
Power Rangers.
I didn't really have hatred for anyone, but I definitely thought, hey, you know, how many Emmys can Sesame Street win realistically? You know, at a certain point, LeVar Burton, who is a huge inspiration of mine and a great legendary figure in children's television. But I mean, he was sitting under a tree reading a book. You know, I was on a blue screen all by myself in every take of every shot every day. Yeah. So there was a little healthy competition going on there.
I have a question about that. So obviously everything was animated except for you. So was it really just you and a screen, or did they have kind of markers to where you should look? Or what was that like?
Not at first. At first, I mean, we were doing that show so cheap. Like, we were doing it on desktop Macintosh, and we were all in our early 20s, and it was really kind of a punk rock band when we started. And we didn't really have marks on the floor, not really, because we couldn't afford to paint them out in post. So it was really just kind of me in a void with a camera in the room. So it was challenging for everyone.
Wow.
So, Steve, and between the time the show went off the air and then we saw you again, which was, I guess, roughly maybe 20 years or so, what sorts of things were you doing in between that time?
I was very busy, actually. I wanted not so much to be in front of the camera. I was behind the camera. I've done a lot of writing, directing for Nickelodeon. I write music for television. I'm a voiceover guy. I'm the dude who says Snickers satisfies. There's a free commercial for Snickers for it.
I didn't know that.
So I've done a lot of behind the camera kind of stuff.
Wow.
And you've been doing podcasts, right?
I'm about to do a podcast this fall.
Is this podcast, I can't imagine, I mean, is it geared to kids of all ages, or is this really an adult-focused podcast?
It's a friend-focused podcast. So the same people I talked to 25 years ago, we're just going to continue that conversation. And it will be still about things that are important to them. You know, it used to be shapes and colors and vegetables, and now it's death, sex, and taxes.
Oh, yay. So people that grew up watching you like me and Carly, we can actually just keep following along.
It's really a podcast for Carly, if I'm being honest. Hi, Carly.
You know what? You know what I was thinking, Steve? Carly is 24. She's, going through a lot of things 24-year-olds go through,
First job.
Yeah, trying to figure out, life and what the future is looking like. And Carly, if it's okay, sometimes some days are harder than others. It's stressful, right?
Yeah.
It's anxiety. I just wondered, what advice would you give Carly?
Here's the thing. Like, I don't give advice, though. I don't really feel qualified to really do that. Steve, Carly knows this, but Steve was never the guy with the answers. Steve had trouble with shapes and colors and sort of needed your help. And that's very much what this podcast will be. It'll be more of a conversation, more of a discussion about asking better questions and looking for little bits of information or clues that might lead to greater understanding together, as opposed to me sort of being prescriptive about advice or providing answers. I always say that, there's about a gazillion podcasts that you can listen to, but this is one that will listen back.
Oh.
Wow.
Carly's getting emotional.
Wow.
I got her.
I started watching, obviously, when I was, born. And when you
Hi,
posted...
Carly.
When you did that video coming back, it hit me hard. I almost started crying because it was just like, wow, this familiar face and voice is still here and checking in on us. So I wanted to check in on you. How are you?
Well, thank you for asking, Carly. It is very important for people to check in on each other, right? I'm good, actually. I'm good. I'm a little freaked out sometimes about the world and just like everybody else. But I'm good. I'm really good. I'm happy to be where I'm at. I'm happy to do what I'm doing. I'm excited to go to Knoxville, Tennessee, to the convention. And I wanted to mention that, Carly, you might dig this. We're doing special photo ops where I'm going to wear a certain green striped shirt.
I already have a ticket, Steve.
Well, but I wanted to mention that all of the proceeds from those photo ops will go to Starlight Children's Foundation. So it's for a good cause. So come on out and please help me raise money for an amazing charity.
Yeah, when they announced you were coming, I immediately was like, obviously, I'm going to get a photo op. So then when you announced the charity one with the green shirt on, I was like, I'm absolutely going to pay the extra money. And I have bought...
Yeah, that's the one you want.
Yeah, I've got magenta ears. I'm going to wear a pink striped shirt. And I'm bringing my stuffed blue. It's going to be awesome.
I feel like magenta needed her own show. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Yeah.
We should have done that.
Steve, thank you for being an inspiration and motivating to folks. I know you're not a therapist. I know that you don't give advice. But what you do give people is I think, comfort. Mm-hmm. And I'm pulling words out of thin air, but I think there's some peace and comfort and that everything is going to be okay. And I think that's okay to own that. Wherever that comes from, you're doing a good job, man.
Well, I would say that, maybe everything's not always okay, but maybe that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want to provide false comfort, but I am very willing to be someone who sits next to you on the struggle bus while we wait to get where we're going. You know what I mean?
Well, I think all of us needed this conversation this
Absolutely.
morning. We've had a rough couple of weeks. We really did. Yeah, that would require another segment to tell you about all that, man. But we're excited to have you in town. You're coming to the Fanboy Expo, and that's going to be happening this weekend. Steve Burns. You may have seen him on Blues Clues. He's about to start that podcast. When can people start listening to it?
Early September, first week of September.
Excellent.
Love it.
Before we go, I'm going to let Carly say whatever she wants to say to you before we have to hang up.
Oh, no. Oh, I want to know one more question. Do you have the original striped green shirt? I'm just curious.
I have like 4 of them. I stole them when I left. But they don't really fit anymore. And B, they're kind of falling apart.
Well, they need to be framed.
Smithsonian, Steve.
Handmade. Yeah, so they just kind of live in a plastic garment bag in my closet.
Yeah.
Well,
I am doing the photo op on Friday, so I guess I will see you then. And thank you for coming and doing this.
Hey, my pleasure, guys. And hopefully we'll raise some money, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.